our conversations earlier, you were telling that you're actually one of the few people who chooses to go for Ayurveda and more traditional forms of medicine over Western medicines, right? And that is a rarity these days. What makes you do that?
See, first of all, it's a very rare thing these days because uh, Ayurvedic students come out of just 2, 3 years, 4 years of their college, and they're called Ayurvedic doctors. But in real, if you look in depth, Ayurveda is this medicinal form where you have to give your entire life into it. You have to have an instinct to be an Ayurvedic doctor. You have to feel herbs and understand them. An Ayurvedic doctor does not use a stethoscope. They'll just look at your pulse like this and tell you what's going on in your system.
Mhm.
Ayurveda is a form of practice where they don't give you tablets for just what is happening with you. They look deeper inside your system and take it out with the root. So, and that's why I like
Right.
Ayurveda. How I got my inclination is true. I think it's mostly because of my family. My grandmother is more than 80-year-old, and she says that she's never taken allopathy. Just
Right.
these days that she wants to come out of diseases very quickly is why she's taking allopathy, but for 80 years of her life she was only on Ayurveda, and she does not have diabetes, she does not have blood pressure, nothing. My father also is like that, and my friends and I were traveling to a place that I don't remember about, say 4 or 5 years back. We stopped at a restaurant very late in the night to have dinner. We were about to reach. We were reaching at about 4 5 a.m. We stopped very late when we found a nice restaurant in this very rural part of Karnataka for dinner. And when we stopped there, we saw this very old man running a very nice restaurant. It was so well maintained, it was clean. He just had about 1 or 2 people working under him, but he was extremely old. You know, when
Right.
people are old and when people are extremely old, you see the difference. But he
Mhm.
was so active and he was so passionate about what he was doing. He was hosting us so well. And at that time in the night, I think it was 12, he was running all around the place. He was serving food by himself to us. And after having our dinner and all of that, we have this habit of talking to people, interacting with people, and getting to know people around. So, we were so, taken by surprise with his activeness. We asked him, what is the reason? I mean, how are you so active at this age? People these days, when they reach 55, 60, they call themselves old. They say, we are done with life.
Yeah.
We say, oh my God, this is so, we've lived so much and now we're old and now we want peace and all of that. But this person was still working. And when we spoke to him, he told us that he had an Ayurvedic pharmacy in his younger days, which his
Right.
children sold when, unfortunately, sold when they grew up and all of that. He told us that he has never been to a doctor. I'm not saying that going to a doctor is bad or anything like that, but there are people like this who
Right.
live around us. He had a ligament tear at what when he was in his 60s, and he cured it by himself with the lapes and the churnas and all of that. And I mean, he was like, I have learned a lot about Ayurveda, and I can depend more on Ayurveda. So that was his point of view, and I think that's when even we started getting our inclination towards Ayurveda even more. We
Right.
started talking to more Ayurvedic doctors and going to more Ayurvedic clinics when we fell ill. See, when you have like a 2 3 day disease, when you want to recover quickly, taking an allopathy tablet does no harm.
Right.
But if you have a problem that's elongated, and if you are on allopathy medicines for a very long time, it is extremely harmful for your body. It's
Right.
toxic. I'm using this word. It is toxic. um, See, the beauty of Ayurveda is such that more than Indians, the Western people are following it, and especially in Europe. People are big time following Ayurveda and taking Ayurvedic medicines, curing their problems with breathing exercises and, uh, medicines that come out of pure herb. Allopathy is pure chemical, and it it does a phenomenal. I mean, I know it does a very good job, but it damages your body that much also.
Right.
But Ayurveda, on the other side, it is a very dependable source of medicine with no side effects. It is also the chemical that comes out of herbs are also chemicals, but they're natural ones, and it's safer to opt out for Ayurveda any day.
Right.
I was talking to my sister the other day. She's diagnosed with PCOS, and when her allopathy doctor prescribed her this PCOS medicine, it came with an A5 sheet of manual of in one language stating its side effects and how to take them.
Right.
An A5 sheet of paper stating side effects. One in every five teenage girl is diagnosed with PCOS. Almost 20% of Indian girls have PCOS. And these tablets, this direct side effect of these tablets are depression.
Right.
Our depression, our infertility, these tablets.
Right.
And there is then we decided that we'll opt out for the natural way of it. We It's a long course, of course. An allopathy that clears its treatments in 3 to 4 days. An Ayurveda treatment would take about 15 days. It is an elongated course, but it is the kind of course that you should opt out for. You take a simple blood pressure tablet, the side effects will be vomiting, headache, you'll feel nauseous. So, I mean, isn't it scary?
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.